Good morning, everybody. So I'm just listening to, or about to listen to Broad Minded playlist. So happy Saturday, everybody. Happy Sunday, Miss Kelly. I'm going to sleep, but this is what I'm about to be listening to. So I came to play it and listen with y'all, I guess. Anyway, thank you guys for streaming. Broad Minded for me. I really appreciate it. And I did just do a new video on there, so if you haven't heard it, it is there. What's happening? The new video is called Disconnection and Sovereignty. The words to it are actually in there too. So if you need a disconnection from, some stupid person or people, then it's there. But here we are. Let me pull the headphones out and get y'all together. But either way, I was just going to sleep, so here we are. I've been woke for a long time. Just came in from damn IHOP with my son. So here we go. On the darkest night, woke up in a fight. Not sure of the problem, feels wrong. If y'all hear me snore, don't judge me, okay? Period. By faith, as I walk without sight, woke up in the darkness, but I am the light. Woke up in the dark, can't see and is silent. The entities are busy. Woke up and chose violence. Don't move, just listen. A strange position. It's up and it's stuck. I received the mission. It's up and it's stuck. Orders like Chuck. Heaven. Past life regression. Synchronicity sign sealed. 11:11. Recover the energy. Retrieve the soul. Slay the entity. Watch the story unfold. It's dark. I can't see. This was an actual good poem. It's quiet. Don't speak. I know they're surrounding me. Steady my body. Quiet the mind. Let them attack first. That's when it's time. Never alone in the darkness, because I am the light. It's my moment. It's time. And y'all started this fight. Period. Harness the energy. They keep doing that. I start to shine bright. It was dark from the start. Now illuminate the night. Who do you serve? I wasn't asking no question. It's off with your head. Your lesson, I'm guessing. My kingdom, my crown. Get down or lay down. My kingdom, my crown. I'm a force to be reckoned. Get down or lay down. Period. This is just a snippet of the darkest night. If you like what you hear, like, comment, share, and subscribe. To be continued. Disconnection and sovereignty. I command by my divine authority that all soul contracts, agreements, vows, bindings, or energetic ties between myself and any entity, soul, or being, whether in this realm, any other, or across all timelines, lifetimes, dimensions, and realities, be immediately removed, dissolved, and nullified. I command the full and permanent release of all obligations, karmic ties, and entanglements tied to these connections. All contacts are now void and replaced with my sovereignty, power, and freedom. I command that all interactions that do not belong to me be immediately returned to their cleansed and neutralized, and that all parts of my energy fully restored to me, complete and whole. This command is absolute, irreversible, and upheld by the highest divine authority. It is done. Rooted in divine worth. Heavenly Father, we come before you with open hearts, lifting up our beloved who feels the weight of others' judgments. When whispers and sideways glances cloud their spirit, remind them that you're the ultimate protector, their anchor, and their truth. Let them know that their worth isn't defined by anyone's opinion or by the job that they do. It's defined by the love that you have for them, a love that surpasses all. Lord, Plant within them the courage to stand strong against the tides of judgment. When they feel diminished or unseen, remind them that you see every effort, every struggle, and every act of integrity that they pour into their work and their life. Strengthen them with the truth that they are chosen, called, and deeply valued. Let them walk with confidence, knowing that their identity is rooted in you, not in any label or circumstance. May they find peace in your promise that all things work together for good, that you are guiding them on a path of purpose beyond human understanding. Lift them above negativity and help them see themselves through your eyes as precious, capable, and resilient. Thank you for being their shield and source of unwavering hope. Guide their steps and quiet the voices that try to distract them from your love and their purpose. May we all be aware and accountable for our actions. Amen. Prayer for unity and healing. Divine source of all light and love. We gather our hearts together, reaching out in unity and compassion. Guide us in these moments of reflection, grounding us in peace, purpose, and resilience. Today, may we embrace the beauty within ourselves and each other, honoring the gifts we bring, celebrating the lessons we learn, and finding strength in our shared journeys. May we be vessels of kindness and wisdom, uplifting one another in love and truth, releasing fear and doubt, and welcoming joy and clarity. Grant us patience within ourselves and others, helping us navigate today with grace. Align our steps with our highest good for all, and fill our spirits with hope and light. Amen. Dear Divine Spirit, I come to you today with a heart open to receive your grace, strength, and wisdom. Guide my steps and steady my spirit as I walk this path. Remind me that I am never alone. Your love surrounds me, uplifting me in every moment. I ask for courage to release what no longer serves me and patience to wait for what is truly meant for me. Help me see the beauty in each lesson and trust in the timing of my journey. Fill me with peace so that I may shine light to others and grant me resilience to rise above any challenges I may face. Thank you for your endless love and support. I place my faith in your hands, knowing that you're working all things out for my highest good. Amen. If you like what you heard, please like, comment, share, subscribe. Thank you for tuning in with your girl Spirit Lightworker 1111, aka Talisha L. Harmon. Also, please don't forget to follow Broad-Minded on Spotify. Thank you and go with God. O cosmic creator, source of all life and light, you are my shepherd, guiding me through every valley, every shadow. I lack nothing, for you lead me beside still waters and restore my soul. In your presence, I find peace and strength, for you are always with me. Your rod and staff comfort me, and your love prepares a path before me, even in the face of adversity. Grant me the serenity to embrace what I cannot change, the courage to change what is within my power, and the wisdom to discern the difference. As I walk each day in faith, in the presence of your infinite grace, I am unafraid, for your kingdom flows through me, as it does all creation. With deep gratitude, I give thanks for the miracles already set in motion in my life. Shift what must be shifted, move what needs to be moved, and illuminate my path with your divine light. Align my heart, my actions, and my soul with your will, for I know you have already provided the strength, guidance, and the blessings I need. I release all fear and surrender fully to your higher wisdom. May your goodness and mercy follow me all the days of my life as I dwell in your sacred presence, now and forever. Divine source of all abundance, today I come before you with gratitude for every blessing I have received. I humbly ask you to open doors to new financial opportunities in my life. Guide me towards paths that align with my purpose and bring financial growth, stability, and security. Help me to release any fear, limitation, or doubt that may be holding me back from receiving the abundance you have for me. May my finances flourish in ways that allow me to share, uplift, and contribute to those around me. Let my success be a source of inspiration and support for others, so we may all rise together in prosperity and peace. For the collective, I pray that every person experiencing financial hardship feels your love and support. Open doors for them, remove any blockages, and fill their lives with hope, faith, and opportunity. May we all receive the resources we need to thrive, knowing we are guided and protected by your grace. Thank you for your endless abundance and for providing us in every way. Amen. Pisces. Today you're being reminded of the power of grace in your life. You've been through cycles of transformation, and now Spirit is clearing a path ahead of you that reflects the strength that you've built along the way. Trust that what didn't align with you was removed for a reason, making space for what truly serves your higher purpose. Today, stay open to signs and synchronicities, Know that your energy is drawing in opportunities that resonate with your heart's deepest desires. Keep honoring your intuition. It's your soul's compass, guiding you to a future that shines with peace, abundance, and joy. Breathe in gratitude. Pisces, you're exactly where you need to be. If you've enjoyed this message, please like, comment, share, subscribe. Thank you for tuning into this message with your girl Spirit Lightworker 1111, aka Talisha L. Herman. Don't forget to hit that follow button on Spotify. You heard it there first. Thank you for tuning in. Go with God. Gemini. Finding balance amid shifting winds. Today brings dynamic energy, Gemini, with shifting thoughts and emotions swirling like a gust of wind. You may feel pulled in multiple directions mentally, socially, and emotionally. It's as if your mind is trying to explore every possibility at once, which can be exhilarating but also overwhelming. The key today is to find your center and ground yourself amid the movement. While your curiosity is one of your greatest strengths, not every path needs to be followed right now. You might encounter choices or opportunities that require discernment. Instead of scattering your energy, take a moment to breathe and ask yourself, what truly deserves my focus today? Not everything requires an immediate answer. Clarity will come when you allow yourself to slow down. Relationships may come into focus with conversations bringing insight or even unexpected realizations. Be mindful of how much energy you give to others. If someone is draining you, it's okay to step back and protect your peace. You don't have to be available to everyone all the time. Your words carry extra weight today, so choose them carefully. They have the power to heal or harm. This is a good day for journaling, creative work, or exploring new ideas, but balance is essential. If you've been stuck in your head, find ways to reconnect with your body, whether it's a walk outside, dancing, or grounding yourself in nature. These moments of stillness will help you maintain clarity and avoid burnout. Remember, Gemini, you are a natural at adapting to life's changes, but today is about knowing when to ride the wind and when to plant your feet firmly on the ground. Trust yourself to find the balance between movement and stillness. Let your heart guide your choices, and don't forget that sometimes the greatest clarity comes in moments of quiet reflection. Leo, shine brightly while staying grounded. Today, Leo, you're likely to feel a surge of creative energy and a desire to express yourself. The spotlight seems to be on you, igniting your natural charisma and confidence. Embrace this moment and let your unique voice be heard. Whether it's through art, conversation, or simply being your vibrant self, your energy has the potential to inspire those around you. However, amid this bright energy, it's essential to stay grounded. While you may feel invincible, remember to balance your enthusiasm with a sense of practicality. Don't get swept away by the excitement. Take time to access your goals and ensure that they are aligned with your true desires. Relationships may also come into focus today. You may feel a stronger need to connect with loved ones or share your thoughts and ideas. However, be mindful of how you express yourself. While your confidence can be empowering, it's important to remain sensitive to others' feelings. Sometimes the loudest voice isn't the most impactful. Consider how you can uplift those around you while still being authentic. If you encounter challenges or pushback today, don't let it dim your light. Instead, view these moments as opportunities for growth. Flexibility is key. Allow yourself to adapt and redirect your energy as needed. Leo, today is about celebrating your individuality while recognizing the importance of community. Shine brightly, but don't forget to keep your feet on the ground. By blending self-expression with a touch of humility, you'll inspire and empower others, creating a positive ripple effect that elevates everyone around you. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. I'll be needing them prayers, y'all. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest the table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, and my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me through all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever. Amen. O cosmic creator, source of all life and light, you are my shepherd, guiding me through every valley, every shadow. I lack nothing, for you lead me beside still waters and restore my soul. In your presence I find peace and strength, for you are always with me. Your rod and staff comfort me, and your love prepares a path before me, even in the face of adversity. Grant me the serenity to embrace what I cannot change, the courage to change what is within my power, and the wisdom to discern the difference. As I walk each day in faith, in the presence of your infinite grace, I am unafraid, for your kingdom flows through me, as it does all creation. With deep gratitude, I give thanks for the miracles already set in motion in my life. Shift what must be shifted, move what needs to be moved, and illuminate my path with your divine light. Align my heart, my actions, and my soul with your will. for I know you have already provided the strength, guidance, and the blessings I need. I release all fear and surrender fully to your higher wisdom. May your goodness and mercy follow me all the days of my life as I dwell in your sacred presence, now and forever. Amen. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thine will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil, because thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest the table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, and my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me through all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever. O cosmic birther of our radiance and vibration, soften the ground of our being and carve out a space within us where your presence can abide. Fill us with your creativity so that we may be empowered to bear the fruit of your mission. Let each of our actions bear fruit in accordance with your desires. Endow us with the wisdom to produce and share what each being needs to grow and flourish. Untangle the knots of air that bind us as we release others from the entanglement of past mistakes. Do not let us be seduced by that which would divert us from our true purpose, but illuminate the opportunities of the present moment. For you are the ground and the fruitful vision, the birth, power, and fulfillment, as all is gathered and made whole once again. Lord, I come before you now, humbled and grateful for your mercy and favor already present in my life. I thank you for the miracles that are already in motion and for the blessings that are unfolding even now. Open the floodgates of heaven and rain down your divine intervention upon every area of my life where it's needed. Shift what needs to be shifted, move what needs to be moved, and let your light place me at the front of the line, just as you have always intended. I trust in your perfect timing, and I thank you for the strength you've given me to endure. Though my spirit is weary and my heart feels heavy, I know that you're already working on my behalf. Thank you for sending help swiftly from your heavenly throne, for guiding me, protecting me, providing for me, and bringing me peace in my soul. I surrender my need, my will, and my burdens fully onto you, confident that you have already made a way. Amen. Guess I'm gonna give part two of my confessions. If I'm gonna tell it, then I gotta tell it all. Confessions of an Introvert. Hi, I'm Talishia, and I wanted to take a moment to share something personal. My experience as an introvert. It's not always easy for people to understand what it feels like to move through life needing solitude while still trying to value the connections that I make. Being transparent about it is important to me because I realize that my quiet nature sometimes isn't about being distant or uninterested. It's simply how I process the world. I hope that by me opening up, others who feel the same way can relate, and those who don't can understand a little bit better. I'm a very spiritual person, and sometimes when I go through different spiritual situations, I get very, very quiet. And I'm definitely not depressed at all, period. So I wouldn't even consider it that, but maybe, I haven't been clinically diagnosed or anything, and maybe they would consider it that. But I don't feel like it's that. I just feel like I need to be away from people to recharge. And people are not good people. It's a lot of people who aren't good people in the world, and the energy that they put off is just, I'd rather not deal with it. And so I like my space. It's peaceful there, and people aren't peaceful. And so here I go. All right, so number one, I'm not avoiding you. I just need space to recharge. It's not personal. Social interactions sometimes drain my energy. My alone time isn't an escape from life. It's how I just reset. People want what they want. And sometimes other people's energy is way, too much for me. Sometimes my energy is way too much for other people because I give off a lot of energy too, because it's so strange how when it's time for me to do things with people, I mean, I really, really want to go, but sometimes I just don't, if that makes any sense. 2, silence isn't always awkward to me. I am a Pisces, so, people think that we are flighty, I guess, emotionally. I don't know, but to me, it's just that I'm just processing. So when I get quiet, I'm just thinking. Sometimes it's a little much because, I may insert some things in there that, I don't know, because I can read between the lines. And I don't know. I overthink everything from text to conversations. I don't really like texting because text messages convey all the wrong things. And then sometimes I just don't know what to say via text. And yeah, I just don't like texting. So silence isn't always awkward to me. Small talk makes me feel weird. Conversations about the weather or weekend plans feel surface level and exhausting. I thrive in deep discussions, philosophy, emotional dreams. I want to know what makes your soul stir, not what the schedule or what your schedule looks like, because why? I mean, that's okay too, but sometimes it's just, I'd rather say nothing. Like, silence is golden. It's okay to be silent. You don't have to worry about it. Group settings make me, I don't know. It just depends on the group. I'm not even going to lie. So, and like I said before, I just don't like being around certain types of people. People just aren't good people, and I don't like superficial people. I don't like, I mean, you could be what you want, but I just don't want to be there. So I would prefer to be by myself. I don't want to be fake, and yeah. I care more than I show. I may not always reach out, but I think about the people that I love all the time. Checking in mentally feels just as real as sending a message, even if I forget to do the message. So, I don't know. I think about you. Maybe I might not call. And I know I should do better. I promised my brother on the last spiritual shift that I would definitely do better. Because people love me and I know it, and I love people, and I want to make sure that, I'm doing the right thing by them, but also I wanted to make sure that I'm doing the right thing by myself. And yeah, so I may not always call when I'm supposed to. I'm totally guilty of that. Plans or commitments, okay, so plans, when I make plans with people, I really have all the best intentions on really wanting to do what I said I wanted to do with you, but then for some reason it's almost like by the time either it gets to the date of it or, I don't know, because it just depends on what it is. So sudden changes or spontaneous invites can feel overwhelming because, in a great world, I would want to say yes, but mostly I just want to say no because I just don't want to be around, whoever could potentially be there that I just don't want to be around. My house is comfortable. I like it there. It's not that I don't want to go out either. It's just that I don't know how to explain it. Either way, sometimes I say yes when I should say no, no when I should say yes, and sometimes, I don't know. I moved away to be by myself, and so that's why I still don't know anybody where I live at. So there's that. I'm more adventurous in my head than in real life. Y'all, people give me so much credit for being so outgoing, and that's because when I do decide to go, it's a thing that I can do. Like, I put on for my city. I do what I need to do in order to get through the process, but y'all don't realize how much it takes for me to have to, just get involved. So my mind is the infinite playground, sometimes more exciting than anything outside my door. Like, it just is a real thing. Yeah, there's that. I'm not broken. I'm just wired differently, and being an introvert isn't a flaw. It's a rhythm. I march to my own beat, and while it's a little quieter and less, exciting, I guess, for everybody else, it's great for me. So, yeah, no, I'm not broken. I'm very much okay. It's just that when other people look at how I am, I feel like I'm being judged more than anything, and worry about yourself. So these are my confessions, not excuses, just truths. A small window into how I feel and how I see things and how I navigate the world. And I'm not judging you, so please don't judge me. But these are my confessions. Just when I thought all right. Thank you. I love you. Bye. These are my confessions. Man, I'm thrown and I don't know what to do. Guess this is part 2 of my confessions. If you haven't seen part 1, please go look at it. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Don't forget to follow Broad Minded on Spotify. Thank you for being here and putting up with my shenanigans. So there's that. Thank you. Go with God. May you find peace in every moment, strength in every challenge, and love in all that you do. Trust the journey, for you are exactly where you're meant to be. The universe supports you, and your light is a beacon of hope for others. Keep shining. Reclaim your destiny. Untangle, untie, remove, unbind. Anything that was touched, return what's mine. What left my soul, by trick or force, return it now to its rightful course. No harm I send, no ill I sow. Karmic laws guide what each must know. No ties remain, no paths confused. What's theirs stays theirs, what's mine I use. Through time and space, through night and day, I call back all that's mine to stay. By sacred law and soul's decree, I walk my path, I'm fully me. From webs unseen and cords now frayed, let stolen paths be now repaid. By fire and air, by earth and sea, I call back the life that belongs to me. No fate may swap, no will invade. The lines are drawn, clarity conveyed. No block shall hold, no walls confine. What's meant for me is now aligned. By light of stars and moon soft gleam, I claim my truth, my destiny seen. As I have spoken, so shall it be. The chains are broken, I walk free. I stand in truth, forever free. By sacred law, so mote it be. Finding patterns where the mind expects. Reclaim your destiny. Untangle, untie, remove, unbind. Anything that was touched, return what's mine. What left my soul, by trick or force, return it now to its rightful course. No harm I send, no ill I sow. Karmic laws guide what each must know. No ties remain, no past confused. What's theirs stays theirs, what's mine I use. Through time and space, through night and day, I call back all that's mine to stay. By sacred law and soul's decree, I walk my path, I'm fully me. From webs unseen and cords now frayed, that stolen paths be now repaid. By fire and air, by earth and sea, I call back the life that belongs to me. No fate may swap, no will invade. The lines are drawn, clarity conveyed. No block shall hold, no walls confine. What's meant for me is now aligned. By light of stars and moon soft gleam, I claim my truth, my destiny seen. As I have spoken, so shall it be. The chains are broken, I walk free. I stand in truth, forever free. By sacred law, so mote it be. Welcome to Broad Minded, the podcast where we dive deep into the unseen, the unexplored, and the misunderstood. I'm your host, Talisha, and today we're peeling back the layers on a topic that's as fascinating as it is unsettling: destiny swapping. Have you ever felt like you were living someone else's life, like your blessings were somehow being redirected or stolen? Or maybe you've watched someone thrive in ways that didn't seem earned, while your path feels blocked for no apparent reason. If so, you're not alone. In this episode, we're exploring the metaphysical concept of destiny swapping, a phenomenon where life paths and karmic roles seem to shift between individuals, sometimes through manipulation, energetic interference, or spiritual sabotage. We'll talk about how it happens, the warning signs, and how the universe always restores balance in the end. This conversation will touch on ideas like karmic debt, spiritual protection, and the power of divine timing. Because no matter how things look on the surface, what's meant for you cannot be taken away. You know, what's meant for you will always be for you. That's just simply what it is. We'll also explore practical ways to reclaim your energy, reset your path, and step back into alignment with your true purpose. Whether you've experienced something like this yourself, or simply curious about the deeper forces that shape our lives. This episode will leave you with insights, tools, and a renewed sense of trust in your personal journey. So grab a cup of tea, let's get comfortable, and open your mind as we delve deep into the unseen world of destiny swapping. This is Broad-Minded, where we expand our understanding one conversation at a time. And be mindful, this is for entertainment purposes only. You guys can weigh in. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to like and follow Broad-Minded on Spotify. What was once hidden is now coming to light. People who once operated in deceit and manipulation are being exposed. Their patterns of jealousy, fake love, and betrayal are no longer going unnoticed. The universe is removing the veil, and those around them are waking up, realizing that if someone could treat others with such cruelty, they too could be next. This is a time of divine alignment. As connections fall apart, it may feel unsettling, but know that this is for your protection. People are removing themselves from toxic individuals because they no longer want to carry the weight of someone else's drama, envy, or schemes. For those who have suffered at the hands of deceit, this is your confirmation. Justice is in motion. There's no need for vengeance or resentment. Everything done in the dark will be revealed under the light. The focus now is on your healing and your growth. Stay grounded and continue on your path, trusting that you are being guided towards better relationships and authentic connections. The universe is making space for those who align with your purpose and intentions. Let what's falling apart fall. You're rising into a new phase, and not everyone can come with you. Trust the process. Those who are meant to walk with you will rise to meet you in truth, love, and integrity. Keep shining, and let the universe take care of the rest. If you like what you heard, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Also, please don't forget to like Broad-Minded on Spotify. Thank you, and go with God. Confessions of an Introvert. I'm guilty of being a loner, a finding solace in silence, where thoughts swirl like autumn leaves, and the world feels less heavy in my solitude. I'm the friend who disappears, not because I don't care, but because my energy whispers, retreat, recharge, and returning in. Crowds overwhelm, small talk feels foreign, but give me a moment under the night sky, and I'll tell you secrets the stars have kept since time began. It's not loneliness I fear, but the demand to constantly connect, to explain my quiet when my soul speaks best in whispers. I'm guilty of needing space to feel whole, of walking the forest paths alone, where the trees understand the beauty of stillness, and I find myself again and again. If you like what you heard, please like, comment, share, subscribe. Also, please don't forget to like Broad-Minded on Spotify. Thank you, and go with God. The blessings you've been waiting for are on their way. Release control and open your heart. Today's message invites you to release control and trust the divine flow of life. Often we believe that holding on tightly, whether to plans, outcomes, or relationships, give us security. However, this grasping only creates resistance, frustration, and unnecessary tension. The harder you try to control every detail, the more you block the very blessings you've been asking for. Spirit is gently reminding you that what's meant for you will come in perfect timing, but only if you allow it to. Surrender is not defeat, it's alignment. Letting go doesn't mean giving up on your desires. It means creating space for the universe to work on your behalf. When you stop fixating on how things should happen, you become open to unexpected miracles and opportunities far greater than what you've imagined. This openness invites divine flow, bringing abundance, love, and fulfillment in surprising ways. At the heart of this message is emotional openness, trusting the process with an open heart and a light spirit. Trying to control life out of fear or impatience blocks this flow. Spirit encourages you to release the need for certainty, knowing that your soul's path is already in motion. Your blessings are not being withheld, They are simply aligning with divine timing, ensuring they arrive at the right moment when you are truly ready. When you surrender, you shift from a state of resistance to one of allowing. The universe responds to this energy shift by moving things forward naturally. It's like unclenching a fist. When your hand is open, it can receive what is being offered to you. Trust that you don't need to have all the answers right now. You only need to take one step at a time, knowing that each moment is guided and purposeful, even if you can't see the full picture yet. In this moment, embrace peace, trust, and surrender. The blessings you've been waiting for are already on their way. Just allow them to arrive. Opening your heart means releasing fear, doubt, and emotional walls that may have formed from past disappointments or setbacks. When life doesn't go as planned, it's natural to build defenses to protect yourself from being hurt again. However, these defenses can also block new energy, love, and opportunities from entering into your life. Spirit is encouraging you to soften those walls and make space for renewal. Being receptive isn't about ignoring past pain. It's about choosing to trust again, even when circumstances once challenged your faith. Holding on to fear of things going wrong keeps your heart closed, making it difficult for blessings to find their way in. True openness is a courageous act because it requires vulnerability, the willingness to believe that good things are still possible, even if past experiences taught you otherwise. The universe is always working behind the scenes, aligning people, experiences, and opportunities that match your highest good. However, receiving these blessings require emotional readiness. If your heart is guarded or unwilling to embrace new possibilities, even the most beautiful blessings may pass you by unnoticed. The process of receiving isn't passive. It's an active invitation to trust and believe in the flow of life. Joy and abundance are not just about external events or material wealth. They begin with your heart. A heart that is open is like a fertile garden, ready to receive seeds that will bloom into beautiful experiences. By releasing past hurts and limiting beliefs, you make room for new love, friendships, and opportunities that are aligned with the person you are becoming. Spirit's message is, it's safe for you to open your heart again. The universe isn't punishing you for what went wrong before. It's preparing you for something better. By staying receptive, you align yourself with divine timing and become a magnet for things you've been hoping for. What's meant for you will flow into your life, but only if you allow yourself to receive it fully and without fear. Keep your heart open, knowing that the renewal you've been seeking is already making its way towards you. Your long-awaited blessings are indeed on the horizon, and this message is a powerful reminder to keep your faith and hope alive. Life is often a journey filled with twists and turns, and during challenging times, it can be easy to feel discouraged or to doubt that your desires will manifest. However, the universe is constantly working to align opportunities and experiences that resonate with your soul's true needs and aspirations. It's important to recognize that every experience, including delays and disappointments, serve a purpose in your growth and preparation. Just as a seed takes time to germinate beneath the surface before it sprouts into a flower, your blessings are developing in the unseen realms, gathering energy and alignment before they manifest into your physical reality. These delays are not signs of failure, but rather integral steps on your path. They allow you to gain clarity about what you truly desire, refine your intentions, and cultivate the emotional resilience needed to fully appreciate and embrace the blessings that will come your way. Trusting in the process requires a leap of faith. It's about understanding that the timing of the universe is often different from our own expectations. When you let go of the urgency to see immediate results and instead nurture a mindset of patience, you open yourself up to receive blessings that are even greater than you initially envisioned. This time of waiting can be a fertile ground for self-discovery and personal growth. Reflecting on your experiences and desires during this phase prepares you to align with what will truly fulfill you when it arrives. To keep hope alive, engage in practices that uplift your spirit and remind you of the worthiness to receive abundance. This can include visualization techniques, gratitude journaling, and positive affirmations. Each time you reinforce your belief in the blessings that are coming, you raise your vibrational frequency, creating a welcoming space for those blessings to enter your life. Final reminder, remember your long-awaited blessings are not just about external achievements. They also encompass internal shifts. As you prepare yourself to welcome what is coming, allow yourself to feel excited and grateful for the journey itself. When you embrace the belief that what's meant for you is on the way, you empower yourself to move forward with confidence and joy, knowing that the universe is conspiring in your favor. This is a reminder that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. Let go of any fear or frustration and open your heart to receiving it with joy and gratitude. Trust that the universe is working in your favor, even if the path hasn't been clear. What you've been waiting for is already on its way. Be patient, be open, and be ready. Key themes here to take away. Release emotional baggage. Old worries or regrets block new blessings. Let them go. Open your heart. Stay receptive. Even if the journey hasn't been easy, what's coming will be worth it. Divine timing. Blessings may not arrive on your schedule, but they are never late. The affirmations here are, I release my need for control, and I trust that everything I desire is unfolding in perfect divine timing. My heart is open to receiving blessings, miracles, and abundance. I open my heart to receive love, joy, and abundance. I trust that the universe is aligning everything for my highest good. I trust the divine flow and open my heart to receive the blessings meant for me. I release control and open my heart knowing that my blessings are arriving in divine timing. I trust that my blessings are on the horizon and I remain hopeful and open to receive what aligns perfectly with my soul's needs. In this season of anticipation, maintain a heart full of hope and a mind open to possibilities, for your desires are closer than you think. The universe is aligning everything beautifully, preparing you for a new chapter filled with joy, fulfillment, and abundance. Let peace guide your steps today and know that your patience is about to pay off in beautiful ways. Keep moving forward with faith. What you've been waiting for is closer than what you think. If you like this message, like, comment, share, subscribe. Don't forget to like Broad Minded on Spotify. Thank you and go with God. The Lord's Prayer from the Aramaic translation. O cosmic birther of all radiance and vibration, soften the ground of our being and carve out a space within us where your presence can abide. Fill us with your creativity so that we may be empowered to bear the fruit of your mission. Let each of our actions bear fruit in accordance with your desire. Endow us with the wisdom to produce and share what each being needs to grow and flourish. Untie the tangled threads of destiny that bind us as we release others from the entanglement of past mistakes. Do not let us be seduced by that which would divert us from our true purpose, but illuminate the opportunities of the present moment, for you are the ground and the fruitful vision, the birth, power, and fulfillment, as all is gathered and made whole once again. Amen. Entwined Souls, The Fire and the Storm, Chapter 3, Crossroads of Destiny. Though Illyria and Cairo grew up in different lands, their lives collided on numerous occasions, as if the universe was weaving them together, yet keeping them apart at just the wrong moments. At the age of 12, Illyria had visited the magical forest near Cairo's homeland, where they had crossed paths unknowingly. Their energies brushed past each other like faint echoes. Illyria had been chasing the light of a rare firebird deep in the enchanted woods, while Cairo, caught in the tempest of his own creation, had been nearby perfecting his commands over the wind. Neither had seen the other, but the energy surrounding them had whispered of a connection neither was yet ready to understand. Years later, at 19, Illyria traveled to a distant city for a grand magical tournament, a rare event where the finest mages and elementalists from across the realms gathered to showcase their talents. Cairo was there too, dazzling the crowd with his mastery of elemental forces, bending storms and lightning with a flick of his wrist. His name was on everybody's lips, his beauty and power capturing the admiration of the masses. Illyria, as strong-willed and independent as ever, competed fiercely in her own battles, her fire magic burning brighter than ever. That day, their paths nearly converged. Illyria felt a strange pull while watching the arena's events, as if an invisible thread tugged at her heart. She had locked eyes on Cairo's figure from across the stadium, feeling a familiarity that unsettled her. For a moment, she wondered if they had met before, in another life or a forgotten dream. But her instincts warned her to focus, and so she pushed the feeling aside, unwilling to be distracted by anything or anyone. Cairo, on the other hand, was swept up in the attention of others, easily distracted by the women surrounding him, craving admiration more than the deeper connection that lurked just out of reach. Though they were both powerful in their own right, there was a sense of incompletion in both of their hearts. Illyria's fire burned strong, but it lacked the balance of the storm she unknowingly sought. Cairo's command of the storm was vast, but the chaotic winds inside of him begged for the calming flame only she could provide. Yet as their fates intertwined, they remained blind to the connection that could fulfill them both. Destiny, however, was persistent. In the years that followed, Illyria and Cairo continued to cross paths in the most unexpected places. During a harvest festival in a small village nestled in the hills, Illyria and Cairo were both there, though neither realized it. Illyria had come to trade for rare herbs, while Cairo was visiting an old family friend. Though their paths brushed by each other, fate kept them apart, like pieces of a puzzle waiting to be solved. Then, during a stormy night in the mountains, their energies collided once more. Illyria had been sent to assist in a village plagued by a sudden influx of shadow creatures, using her fire to burn through the darkness. Cairo, unknowingly, had been called upon to defend the same village, summoned by the winds that spoke of an approaching storm. The night was chaotic, with magic crackling in the air, but amidst the battle, they each felt something, a surge of energy, as if the other's presence was close, but once again, it wasn't their time. Illyria focused on defeating the creatures, didn't notice the mysterious figure conjuring winds to shield the village. Cairo, too distracted by the swirling chaos, didn't see the fire-wielding warrior on the other side of the battlefield. As the years continued, Illyria and Cairo found themselves facing similar threats. A dark sorcerer who sought to drain magic from the elemental realms. They both fought against this force, unknowingly working towards the same goal. Their lives seemed intertwined by the challenges they faced, but they never truly connected. Each time they came close, there was always something or someone in the way. A twist of fate, a fleeting distraction, an unseen hand that kept them apart. But the universe has a way of forcing the hands of those destined to meet. One fateful evening, Illyria and Cairo found themselves drawn to the same place at the same exact time. A small, isolated town in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by a dense forest and a forgotten river. The town was quiet, almost eerie, as if waiting for something to happen. Both Illyria and Cairo had been guided there by forces they couldn't explain, feeling the same inexplicable pull that had followed them throughout their lives. It was here, in the forgotten town, that their fates would finally collide. As Illyria walked through the misty streets, the fire within her pulsing with a strange energy, Cairo arrived from the opposite direction, the wind stirring restlessly around him. Neither of them knew why they had been drawn to this place, but the moment their eyes met across the empty town square, everything changed. The air crackled with magic, Illyria's fire flared, and Cairo's storm swirled in response, as if the elements themselves recognized the bond that they had been waiting to ignite. In that instant, they both knew. This was no ordinary meeting. Their souls had crossed many times before, but this time, there was no turning back. They were no longer wandering souls passing by. They were two halves of a whole, finally reunited after years of searching without knowing it. The storm and the flame had finally collided. This is the end of chapter 3. If you like this story, please like, comment, share, subscribe. Don't forget to like Broad-Minded on Spotify. Thank you, and go with God. Embracing the art of letting go. While it's your assignment to nurture and guide, this is your time for whomever you have on your mind to take the reins. What is meant for them will come in on its own time. You've done your part. Now trust the process, knowing that your journey is unfolding as it's meant to, in divine timing. As you step back, you're creating space for both your own growth and theirs. By allowing them to navigate their path independently, you acknowledge their need to face their own experiences and challenges. This release also frees you to focus on your own journey and personal development, which is equally important. Let go with love, knowing that by stepping away, you are honoring the timing of the universe. Trust that whatever needs to happen will, understanding divine timing and the natural flow of life. Allow the universe to work its magic and orchestrate events in ways that align with a greater plan. This act of realignment ensures that you are not entangled in outcomes not intended for you. Embrace this moment as an opportunity for growth and renewal, as you're being guided in a new direction. Remember, the universe has a way of bringing things into balance, and your trust in this process invites clarity and alignment. By stepping aside, you create space for new possibilities and ensure that you're open to opportunities meant for you. Allow the unfolding to happen naturally, with faith that everything is working out for your highest good and aligning with your soul's true path. The divine has a way of balancing everything. You are not abandoning them. You are allowing the natural karmic cycle to unfold. You've played your part. Job well done. The divine has seen your obedience in helping even when it wasn't easy, and has recognized how you continue to assist, even when others tried to diminish your character. Despite their lack of acknowledgement and the way they took advantage of everything you did for them, you remain generous and steadfast in your support. For this, you will be rewarded. Your dedication and selflessness have not gone unnoticed, and the universe will honor you for your unwavering commitment and compassion. Again, job well done. If you like this message, like, comment, share, subscribe. Please don't forget to follow Broad-Minded on Spotify. Go with God. In the quiet town of Luminous Waters, a place known for its mysterious aura and spiritual energy, a small group of friends gathered in secret. Among them was Luna, a Pisces, with an unshakable connection to the spiritual realm. She had always been sensitive to the unseen forces, the kind that whispered warnings in the wind and sent chills down her spine. But lately, those warnings had grown faint. Something was wrong. Luna's intuition had always been her guiding light, but now it was as if she was walking through the dense fog, unsure of where the danger was coming from. Her friends, desperate for answers, had convinced her to take part in a ritual that they had discovered, a blood ritual, one that promised to reveal truths hidden beneath the surface and heal the darkness that had taken root in their lives. Despite her initial hesitation, Luna agreed. They were all facing personal crises, lost loves, failed ambitions, and illnesses that had no explanation. The ritual, according to the ancient text they found, required the offering of blood, which was meant to bind them to the truth and open their eyes to the divine wisdom that they sought. They gathered under the full moon at the edge of the forest, far from prying eyes. In the center of a clearing stood a stone altar, its surface weathered by time. The night was still, unnervingly so, as if the entire forest was holding its breath and waiting. Luna felt the weight of her decision pressing down on her chest. Her instincts screamed at her to stop, but her friends, Maya, Serena, and Nico, looked at her with such hope, such desperation. They had already pricked their fingers and let the blood drip into the altar, each drop absorbed into the stone like it was alive, hungry. She took a deep breath, her heart racing as she did the same, watching as her blood mixed with theirs. They began chanting the words written in the book, ancient and foreign, and the air grew thick, charged with an unfamiliar energy. The forest around them seemed to darken, shadows stretching and curling towards them. At first, nothing happened. Then, a sharp gust of wind cut through the clearing, and the ground trembled beneath their feet. The stone altar glowed a deep, unsettling red, and the temperature dropped. Luna's breath came out in visible puffs. Her body shivered, despite the summer night. She felt something claw at her mind, a darkness seeping into her thoughts. "This doesn't feel right," Luna whispered, backing away from the altar. The others looked at her with confusion, still caught up in the ritual's power. But she could sense it now, clear as the day. The ritual had gone wrong, very wrong. Suddenly, Maya screamed. Her hands shot to her chest, as if something was gripping her heart. Serena's body went rigid, her eyes rolled back in her head, while Nico collapsed to his knees, gasping for air. Panic surged through Luna as she tried to break the circle, but something invisible held her in place, like chains wrapped around her soul. The blood on the altar began to bubble and hiss, releasing a foul stench that filled the air. Luna's heart pounded as she realized they had awakened something ancient, something malevolent. It wasn't truth or healing they had summoned, but chaos, a force beyond their control, drawn by the sacrifice they had made. Luna fought to stay conscious as the dark figure emerged from the shadows. It spoke no words, but its presence was suffocating, crushing. It reached for Maya first, pulling her into the darkness. Her screams faded into nothingness. Luna could only watch in horror as her friend disappeared before her eyes. Serena and Nico were next, their bodies convulsing as the entity fed on their life force. Luna felt its gaze turn to her, cold and unforgiving, as it began to close in. But unlike the others, she still had her intuition, her last line of defense. With the last of her strength, Luna called out to the divine forces she had always trusted, begging for her protection. Her voice cracked as she invoked the name of every guardian she knew, calling on the ancient spirits to undo the chaos that they had unleashed. For a moment, there was silence. Then the altar cracked, splitting down the middle with a deafening roar. The dark entity refilled, screeching in fury as the ground opened beneath it, swallowing it back into the abyss. Luna collapsed, her body weak, her mind a whirlwind of terror and relief. The clearing was silent once more, except for the distant cries of the wind. When Luna awoke, she was alone. The altar was gone, as if it never existed, and so were her friends. She searched for them, calling their names, but there was no sign of them, not even footprints in the dirt. Only a faint trace of blood on the ground, a grim reminder of the price they had paid. The ritual had promised truth, but it had delivered only loss. Luna walked away from the forest, knowing that some doors once opened can never be closed. The blood ritual had gone wrong, not just because of the ancient forces they had awakened, but because they sought answers from places better left untouched. Now, Luna was left with the knowledge that not all magic is meant to heal, and some forces should never be summoned, no matter how desperate the need. The story could emphasize the importance of boundaries in the spiritual realm, the dangers of manipulation and the pressure from others, and the consequences of ignoring one's intuition. If you like this story, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Check out Broad-Minded on Spotify. Please remember to follow. Thank you, and go with God. Entwined Souls, The Fire and the Storm. Chapter 1, The Fire Within. Her name was Illyria, meaning the free spirit in the ancient tongue of Anthralis, a magical race born of the stars and the wind. From her first breath, she carried the essence of independence, a fierce heart that would never bend. Even as a child, Illyria was different. While the other children of her village played in the safety of the valleys, Illyria climbed the highest peaks and explored forbidden forests. Her strength was undeniable, not just in her ability to wield the magic of her people, but in her will to carve her own path, dark or light. No force could compel her. Born to a family of fierce matriarchs, Illyria learned early on that to be free was to be powerful. Her mother, a healer, and her grandmother, a warrior, taught her to master the arts of magic and survival. By the age of 16, she had already become a legend amongst her people, a woman destined for greatness. Though the path was unknown, her power was drawn from the earth and the stars. Yet her heart held a deep longing, something unspoken, something missing. As Illyria grew, her gifts became more than just raw power. They evolved into something much deeper. She could call on the flames of creation itself, shaping them not only as a weapon, but as a force of healing. Fire flowed through her veins like a second pulse, responding to her emotions with fervor and precision. Though she mastered it, Illyria never let her magic define her. She knew she was more than just her power, and it was this knowledge that gave her strength beyond measure. At the age of 18, she began seeking answers about the strange energy she always felt lurking at the edges of her awareness. A presence, a call, something reaching for her across time and space. Her elders warned her not to delve too deeply into it, for even they could not explain what it was. They whispered of ancient prophecies about twin souls bound by magic, but Illyria never allowed herself to believe in destiny. She trusted in herself and her freedom above all. Despite her reluctance, there were moments when her heart betrayed her. In the quiet of the night, when the stars aligned in certain patterns and the winds howled in forgotten languages, Illyria could sense another soul, distant yet close, moving parallel to her. It was as if her fire longed for something that she couldn't name, something that no amount of strength or independence could fully satisfy. One evening, while meditating in a moonlit forest, Illyria experienced a vision, her first true premonition. The vision was vague yet powerful. She saw herself standing amidst a great storm, flames swirling around her as lightning cracked the sky. In the storm's eyes stood a figure, shadowed yet familiar. He called to her without words, a magnetic pull tugging at the core of her being. The fire in her flared in response, but she didn't understand why. Shaken by the intensity of the vision, Illyria sought counsel with the village elders. They were concerned, but offered no clear answers. The only thing they could tell her was that this figure that she had seen was tied to her fate, her twin flame, a being whose energy mirrored hers, for good or ill. Despite their warnings, Illyria felt a deep frustration rise within her. She was not one to be tethered to anyone, twin flame or not. Her life was hers to shape, her destiny hers to define. Still, the pull was undeniable. A bond she had not asked for had already begun to take root deep in her spirit. Illyria resolved to continue her journey alone, free from any destiny but the one she would forge for herself. Yet deep down, she knew the figure in the storm, whoever he was, would one day come into her life. When that time came, she would be ready, not as someone bound by fate, but as the master of her own fire. In the years that followed, Illyria traveled across realms, learning from the ancient masters and facing trials that tested both her magic and her will. She fought creatures of shadow, healed villages plagued by dark curses, and ventured into realms of magic unknown even to the enthrallers. And with every battle, with every step, her legend grew. But no matter how far she went or how strong she became, the pull of that distant soul, the storm in her visions, never left her. It lingered at the edges of her consciousness, a reminder that no matter how free she believed herself to be, there was something greater at play, and whether she liked it or not, their fates would one day collide. But Illyria remained steadfast in her resolve. When the storm finally came, it would find her unbroken, her fire burning brighter than ever before. Chapter 2, The Storm Song. His name was Cairo, meaning the wandering storm, for his magic was as chaotic as it was alluring. Cairo was born in a faraway city, raised by his family of cunning enchanters, known for their manipulation of elemental forces. His father, a master of illusion, had passed down the ability to charm anyone with mere words or a glance. Cairo, however, always found himself swayed by something else, the energy of those around him, especially the opposite sex. It was his greatest flaw, and his family warned him often that his heart could lead him astray. But his charm, his beauty, and his easygoing nature made him the center of attention, a magnet for affection. From his earliest years, Cairo wrestled with the pull of desire. He craved connection, but it was often fleeting, as women would be drawn to him, only to be pushed away by his fickle heart. While his magic was potent, tapping into the wind and the rain, the storm within him was restless. Cairo longed for something deeper than the fleeting affections he found, but he was easily distracted, easily enchanted by the allure of others. Little did he know his heart was intertwined with another, though their paths had yet to meet fully. As a child, Cairo's connection to the elements was evident. By the time he was 5, the skies would shift to match his emotions, sunny when he was happy, but stormy and wild whenever he grew upset or frustrated. His mother would call him her little temptress, both with pride and worry. Though Cairo's family was known for their mastery of charm and illusion, it was clear that his magic was different, wild and unpredictable like the storm that seemed to live within him. By the time Cairo reached his teenage years, his good looks and natural charisma had made him the envy of his peers. He never needed to try. People flocked to him as if he were the eye of a hurricane, calm and captivating amidst the chaos of the world. He reveled in the attention, though part of him knew it wasn't real. His father's warnings echoed in his mind. Charm, while powerful, was often shallow, and hearts drawn to the surface of things would eventually drift away. But Cairo couldn't help himself. He was addicted to the rush of new connections, to the electricity in the air when someone new became entranced by his presence. Every encounter felt like lightning, sharp and thrilling, but it never lasted. The energy would fade and he'd move on, chasing the next spark. Still, despite his wandering heart, there was a deep yearning within him, one that none of his fleeting romances could satisfy. It was as though a storm brewed inside of him that could not be stilled, a restlessness that came not just from in his nature, but from something much older, something embedded in his soul. He had dreamt of a figure in fire, a woman whose presence stoked his heart in ways that no one else could. The dreams would come to him on nights when the storms were at their fiercest, leaving him drenched in sweat and longing for something he couldn't explain. His family knew of his dreams, though they rarely spoke of them. They, too, had their secrets, whispers of a bond between Cairo's lineage and another, an ancient pact that had yet to be fulfilled. His mother believed his dreams were tied to that bond, a premonition of his destiny. His father, however, feared that Cairo's wandering heart would only lead to destruction, not fulfillment. And so, as Cairo grew older, his family kept him sheltered, encouraging him to focus on mastering his magic rather than pursuing every fleeting connection that caught his eye. But the storm inside him could not be contained. As much as Cairo tried to focus on honing his abilities, the pool of desire and distraction was always there, just beneath the surface. By the time he was 18, Cairo had become a force of nature in his own right. He could command the winds with a mere thought, summon lightning from the sky with a flick of his wrist, and bend the rain to his will. His power was undeniable, but so was his vulnerability. He could never resist the allure of a beautiful woman, nor the promise of new adventures that took him far from home. One day, during a particularly violent storm, Cairo felt an overwhelming surge of energy that he couldn't ignore. It was different from the fleeting passions he had known before. This felt ancient, powerful, like the earth itself was calling out to him. He wandered into the wilderness, following the storm's path until he found himself standing before an ancient, enchanted forest. The trees whispered secrets as the wind howled through their branches, and Cairo could feel the presence of something or someone just beyond the veil of reality. It was there in that forest that Cairo saw her for the first time. Not fully, but as a flicker of flame dancing at the edge of his vision. She was there and gone in an instant, but her presence left an imprint on him, deep and lasting. His heart thundered in his chest, and for the first time in his life, Cairo felt something he had never known before, an unshakable certainty that there was someone out there that was meant for him. He spent the next several years chasing after that presence, though it seemed to always elude him. Every storm he encountered felt like a whisper of her magic, but no matter how far he traveled, he could never quite catch her. Along the way, Cairo continued to fall in and out of love, though nothing ever lasted. Each fleeting romance left him more restless than before, and the storm inside him grew more turbulent with every passing year. But the pull of his twin flame, the woman who haunted his dreams and danced at the edge of his consciousness, was growing stronger. No matter how many times he allowed himself to be distracted by other women or the thrill of new adventures, that deep, unfulfilled yearning remained. It was as though the storm within him was destined to collide with something greater, something he couldn't yet understand. As the years passed, Cairo's charm and charisma continued to draw people to him, but his heart remained unsatisfied. He had mastered the storm, but the chaos inside him still raged. He longed for something deeper, something that would calm the tempest within him once and for all. Unbeknownst to Cairo, his destiny was drawing closer with every storm he chased. The figure in his dreams, the woman of fire, was no illusion. She was real, and their fates were bound together by forces older than time. Though he had yet to find her, the day was coming when the storm and the flame would finally collide. And when they did, the world itself would tremble. Cairo didn't know it yet, but his wandering heart was about to find its match. And when that day came, the storm inside him would either be tamed or it would destroy everything in its path. Once upon a time, there was a soul who came into this world knowing that they were destined to meet someone who would change the course of their life forever. This connection wasn't just ordinary, it was cosmic, etched into the stars long before they were born. It was the kind of connection that would heal wounds, spark growth, and bring a profound sense of purpose and love into both of their lives. The person was aware of this deep within their soul, even before the encounter happened. They both had vivid dreams, flashes of synchronicities, and signs from the universe guiding them towards this meeting. It was as if the cosmos whispered in their ear, "This person will come into your life, and together you will change each other's destinies." And then it happened. The day they met, everything shifted. Time seemed to stop. And in each other's presence, they felt an undeniable pull, a recognition of something ancient, something sacred. It was the kind of bond that transcended words and logic, a soul contract that had been waiting for its moment to be fulfilled. But life on Earth is full of distractions, and even the strongest of connections can be tested. The person who was meant to be a part of this sacred union started to falter. Faced with the opportunity to gain materially, to climb the ladder of success, they veered off course. Money, power, and status glittered like gold before them, and slowly but surely, their priorities shifted. They told themselves it was just temporary. I'll come back to this connection, they thought. Once I've secured my success, I'll return and we'll be together. It's just not the right time yet. But with each step they took away from their path, They became more entangled in the material world. The money came, the success grew, but something inside of them withered. The connection that was once vibrant, alive, and brimming with potential began to dim. The other person, the one who had been waiting, could feel the distance. They knew that something had shifted, that the love and purpose that they once shared was being drowned by the pursuit of earthly gains. But they couldn't wait for forever. After all, the soul's journey doesn't pause for one who is too consumed with what is fleeting. And so, with a heavy heart, they made the painful decision to walk away, to honor their own path. Years passed, and the person who had chosen the material world over their destined connection found themselves in a place of emptiness. They had achieved everything they set out to gain: wealth, status, recognition. But none of it filled the void that had grown in their heart. In the quiet moments, they would think of the one they had lost, the life they could have had, the deep love and fulfillment they had sacrificed. And they realized that no amount of money could ever replace that kind of connection. They tried to go back. They reached out, hoping to rekindle what once was. But time had moved on. The other person had healed, had grown, and had moved forward on their own journey. The connection, once so full of promise, was now a distant memory of what could have been. This is the story of how the pursuit of monetary gain led one person to alter the course of the divine connection. The lesson here is clear. There are some things that money cannot buy: love, true connection, and the fulfillment of our soul's purpose are priceless. And when we prioritize material gain over spiritual truth, we risk losing what matters most. But even in this loss, there is a greater lesson. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, always offers chances for redemption, for healing, for new beginnings. This story serves as a reminder to stay true to your path, to honor the sacred connections in your life, and to trust that the things meant for you will always come when you're aligned with your highest self. Let this be a call to never forget what truly matters: love, connection, and a journey of the soul. If you like what you heard, please make sure you follow and subscribe. Once upon a time, there were two souls destined to meet. Long before they were born, the universe had intertwined their pathways together with the promise of a connection that would change both of their lives. It was a meeting that was meant to ignite growth, healing, and a profound transformation. A rare divine union. But life has a way of testing even the most fated of encounters. One of these souls, deeply intuitive and attuned to the subtle energies of the universe, could feel the presence of this other person long before they ever laid eyes on each other. They had dreams, visions, and signs that told them someone special was coming into their life. It was as though every step they took was leading them towards this pivotal moment. However, the other soul, the one destined to cross their path, began to drift from the plan the universe had laid for them. Faced with the temptation of the material world, they chose a different route. Opportunities for success, wealth, and status appeared, and while these were tempting, they came with a cost. Deep within, they could feel an inner pull, something urging them to trust the journey and follow a path less traveled. But the allure of instant gratification was strong, and so they altered their course. Instead of moving toward their spiritual purpose, they veered off into the pursuit of material gain. They chased wealth, business ventures, and accolades, all the while convincing themselves that the fulfillment they sought could be found in things and status. They were always too busy, always telling themselves, once I've achieved success, I'll focus on my spiritual journey. But life, being what it is, kept pulling them further and further away from what was meant to be. On the other side of the world, or maybe just a few streets away, the other soul waited. They felt the connection growing closer, felt the subtle vibrations of destiny aligning. But the encounter never happened. Days turned into months, months turned into years, and still, the meeting they had sensed never came to pass. They began to wonder if they had imagined it all, if perhaps they were wrong about the signs the universe had given them. The truth was, they hadn't been wrong. The meeting was meant to happen, but it never did. Not because of timing or circumstances, but because the other person had chosen a path that led them away from their spiritual calling. They had turned toward a life driven by external validation, believing that money and power would fulfill the emptiness inside. But in doing so, they unknowingly closed the door to the very connection that would have given them the true sense of purpose and love they sought. Years later, after achieving everything they thought they wanted, that person found themselves feeling empty despite their worldly success. In the quiet moments, they felt something missing, a deep void that no amount of money or recognition could fill. They couldn't quite place it, but there was an aching in their soul, a sense that they had missed something important, something life-changing, and they had. The connection. The one that was meant to change both of their lives had passed them by. The other soul, the one who had waited patiently, had eventually moved on, continuing their spiritual journey without them. Though they had never met in this lifetime, the absence of that meeting would leave a lasting imprint on both of their souls. This story is a reminder that the universe gives us opportunities to align with our true purpose, to meet the people who will help us grow and evolve. But we must be open and attuned to these moments. When we chase only material gains, we may miss out on the deeper connections and life-changing experiences that are meant to guide us on our spiritual path. Sometimes the greatest losses are not the things we lose, but the people we never meet because we were too focused on what doesn't truly matter. Let this be a lesson to trust the guidance of your soul and honor the connections that come your way. The pursuit of money may fill your pockets, but only love and purpose will fill your heart. Thank you for listening. Go with God. This has been Spirit Lightworker 1111. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Opening foreign doors. Why visit my sleep? It was clear you didn't want me. 3:11 on the clock, and I'm up counting sheep. Not sure of my dream, but I know I saw your face. Those people are still around, but in an unfamiliar place. Not sure of the feeling, woke up memory erased. Can't put my finger on the reason, so confusion fills the space. Why can't I remember it? It feels like I should. Jogging my memory, I will recall it if I could. Why can't I remember? If it's important, I'll get it back. Memory stored, nothing more. Hippocampus, that's a fact. Forebrain generates dreams. I'm not blocked, so it seems. So why can't I remember? What does it all mean? Safe in my bed, nothing more, nothing less. Releasing the energy, no worries, no stress. Clear my mind, set it free. Regain focus, center around me. Take a minute, control the breath. Do what I can, let God have the rest. I'm not sure why that happened, the memory suppressed. No longer my dream, no weight on my chest. God, I trust you, and I know I'm truly blessed. Back to sleep. Man, I gotta get some rest. Gods of protection, hear my plea. Keep these people away from me. I'm far from you now. Your power is gone. Your spells are now broken and can do no harm. By my will, your magic shall cease, restoring your victims a sense of peace. I block all harm sent in my direction, back to the sender, like a mere reflection. When light fades and dust comes through, the pain you caused shall come back to you. My words have power, the victory is won. Your spells are now broken. It's over, it's done. Craft this spell, purified with fire. Weave it well, with intent and desire. Protect this God with all your might. Protect this Lord all day and night. Weave it now of shining flame. None shall come to hurt or maim. None shall pass this fiery wall. None shall pass, not none at all. Keep us safe in your love and light, success and blessings, and a future so bright. As above, so below, protect us now, fake friend or foe. Nothing in the entire world is more dangerous than sincere ignorance and conscious stupidity. Damn. I thought I was a pretty smart cookie. Here I am once again alone, sitting on my bed, trying to figure out the words to best describe the way I'm feeling about my life. A life that has been filled with so many ups, downs, twists, and more turns than one person should really bear to handle. I've always considered myself to be very positive. Well, except when I was being negative, and that's been more times than I would care to admit to. Yeah, I know that doesn't make much sense, but my life hasn't either. I would like to describe myself as a God-loving, family-oriented, loyal, loving, carefree, happy-go-lucky, hardworking, determined, adventurous, blessed woman. Others would choose to describe me as a devil-worshipping, stuck-up, uncaring, cold-hearted, easy-having it, non-working, gold-digging, unapproachable bitch. Yeah, it's funny that those words are two completely different descriptions. But if I had to be honest, I would say they would both fit. Well, except for the gold-digging part. I've never, ever, in my 48 years of life, dug for any gold. I have been, however, blessed enough to always have been involved with members of the opposite sex that have taken great care of myself and the things that I've needed. I've never went after any guy, and that's not to say that I wouldn't have, I just never had to. Along with that, I'm pretty traditional in the matter that I think that a man should court a woman, and I always believed in that part of the Bible that said, when a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing. I know I'm a good thing. Not to my own horn or anything, but I've thanked God a few times for the genetics that he put together on my behalf. In any and all cases, we will all be many things to different people during the course of our lives. Good, bad, ugly, or indifferent. With everything that I've learned in my 48 years of life, I've come to realize how little I really know, even about myself. I thought I had it all together. So how did I get here once again? I would have to say by telling the truth and believing in lies. The truth shall set you free. That's what the Bible says anyway. If the truth shall set me free, then why the hell don't I feel free then? Or can this be freedom, and because I never had it, I don't know what it feels like? Truth. I guess I should start with that. What really is the truth? Well, the truth is, most people can't handle the truth. Many will say that they can handle the truth. Truth is, they can't. Why then does the world ask for the truth when all they really want is a beautiful, well-packaged lie that can pass as the truth with a little sugar on it? You could be very well setting yourself up for trouble every time you open your mouth to speak the truth. That's what makes it so tricky. I seem to think that the more I tell the truth, the closer it gets me to heaven. Silly, right? I know. But the Bible says tell the truth and shame the devil, right? I know a little about the Bible here and there. My Auntie Elle always tells me to always remember the part that says to help season my words something or another about the words that I choose to use or the way it comes out. I never really used that section, so I guess that could add to the idea that I may be heartless or cold. Truth is, one of my major flaws, I have no sugar. I don't know how to beat around the bush. I'm straight and to the point. A dangerous flaw when it comes to love, life, and the pursuit of all happiness. The truth can and will sometimes hurt, so one would think I would choose to keep my mouth shut, or at least to stop and think about what comes out of it. But sometimes it just comes out so fast that it's hard to control. If you really stop to think about it, nobody gets mad except for the person that you're telling the truth to or about. It's not my place or yours to judge anyone for their behavior. But it is, however, my duty and yours to stop a wrong from being committed or taking place in your presence. Many a fraud, habitual liar, and manipulator have crossed my path, and I was always able to spot them, all except for the one I thought was a blessing from God. He was everything that I prayed for, so I knew without a doubt that this man was heaven sent. I forgot one thing though, the way, the devil knows what you want, and also he packages it in a way that you ask for it, so when it comes across your path, it looks like God's work. I was blind. Didn't stop to think that most of the things that God sends me, or sends for you, comes with some work. I mean, really, Ruth in the Bible had to lose something and work in a field until she met her Boaz. Life is full of lessons. I just happen to be the type of person that likes to learn them all. What doesn't kill you can only make you stronger. And I'm not dead yet. Not from looking at me on the outside anyway. My life has been absolutely blessed. God has always smiled on me since the day I was born. I wasn't raised rich or anything, but I wasn't poor either. I have been always able to stand when most people couldn't or wouldn't, and I wouldn't stop now. My curse is now my blessing. What should have been my end started my happy new beginning. I am happy today for what yesterday taught me. I have no regrets, and my future is bigger than my past. Yeah, definitely my future is bigger than my past could ever been. It is about here and now, and what's in the present. So I guess I'm no longer a black girl lost. Once upon a time, you used to be mine. Now in this lifetime, you were destined to find invisible strings woven through time. Energy traveled, our powers combined. Kundalini released, traveled up my spine. My body is activated, their mission was assigned. Watch from a distance, keep her in line. Don't fall in love, don't cross the line. Complete the assignment, our pathway's divine. Find a protector from threats of all kinds. I'm not supposed to love you, baby. That was the sign. Memories are tainted, interference of all kinds. Minions in divine business, they tried to undermine. One mistake, they were late. I'm recalibrated, refined. Stay 10 steps ahead, left them behind. I can't be confined. My magic is divine. My father's the king. He sits on the throne. I'm separated from my guardian, and now I'm here all alone. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So this is going to be a reading for the sign of Pisces. Pisces, my readings are timeless, so when you see them, it's when you're meant to hear them. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Also, please don't forget to hit the post notification bell so you can get alerts when my videos are posted. Pisces, if you're new to my platform, welcome. Please hit that subscription button. It would totally mean the world to me. So we are live and direct on all platforms. And we have the message for today is Pisces. I'm sorry to break it to you. They took them from you and they live happily ever after. So be mindful of how we have to look at things from both perspectives. So from the perspective of maybe the receiver and also the person that did the taking, okay? So let's get into this message. All right, we got 2 cards coming out. Okay, so I think both of them are upside down from the beginning. So I'm going to rearrange the cards first. But I'm going to read these 2 both ways so then that way we have it. So we have an 8 of Wands here, and then we have, okay, so don't ask me where that is coming from at all, period. It's the 8 of Swords, and then a 4 of Swords. Both of them are upside down. 8 of Wands is energy, so something is on the move. And I said this before we started, before we push record. Somebody's on the way, okay? Somebody's coming. I had an extra stand all of a sudden as if there was a guest, so y'all may have an unexpected guest. I don't know how this is going to play out because they're advancing on you quickly because, like I said, I started with some energy that wasn't even here. All right, so we got freedom, reborn, and choices. So freedom to choose. All right, freedom to choose, self-created boundaries, new perspective, external limitations. And then we have conditioning. I feel like conditioning falling away, breaking the chains, severing the ties. So we got a little bit of restlessness here. Somebody feeling like they could be stuck. Maybe their hands are tied. They're unwilling to rest, won't let it go. So somebody is, a little antsy. Something is weighing heavy and hard on their heart and on their mind. They got something that they want to say to you. So incoming messages, just so y'all know. And then it says, everything that you have worked for is coming together. Somebody feels frantic. Pisces, I'm sorry to break it to you. They took them from you and they live happily ever after. Person, definitely got to be a person because they said they took them. But them could be some other shit too. Y'all, let's just figure out what they got because... Would y'all be upset if somebody went somewhere that they were happy if you said that you loved them? Because I feel like if you love them, let them go. If it comes back, then it's yours. Although, if I love you and I let you go, you can't come back around here, okay? You're going to have to go and get and be with whoever you're going to be with because clearly there was something that you needed to, go and do. And I'm going to let you do that. Experience done. So we have religion here, canon rules, okay? It's basically the Bible, biblical things that are settings. They said settings. All right, so something about somebody's destiny. We have commandments here, things that you have to do. I feel like somebody broke the commandment. Somebody broke the law, okay? Take it how it resonates for you, but let's look up what commandments mean. I feel like whatever it was something that needed to be followed, but either way, somebody broke them. Because I know for a fact that when you break commandments, somebody's in trouble. Because it was something that was supposed to be set maybe in stone. I don't know, but they said they ain't doing it. All right, so we're going to take it how it resonates for everybody. Okay, so
It says, the 10 commandments are a set of biblical principles related to ethics and worship. So the commandments are listed in different ways in different religious texts, but the most common versions include. All right, so somebody done broke one of the 10 commandments. So somebody's in trouble. Let's see what happens. You shall have no other gods before me. That's one. You shall not make any idols. There's two. You shall not take the name of thy Lord your God in vain. 3. Keep the Sabbath day holy. Honor thy father and thy mother. You shall not murder.